But right now we're going to another interesting spot, Berea, Ohio. That's where we find Aditi Kinkhabwala. And Mike Pettine met the media after practice today, and surprise, surprise, he was answering questions about Johnny Manziel, and they had nothing to do with football. It was that incident with the fan this past weekend at the Four Seasons pool in Dallas. What about the reaction from Johnny's teammates? It seems like they have been answering endless questions about him since the moment he stepped foot in Berea.
That's right, Dan. As long as I'm here, it feels like time passes, but nothing ever changes, right? Well, this latest incident is over in a potential bottle throwing, not actually confirmed, but he either spiked a bottle or threw a bottle at a fan who was heckling him for a good 2 hours. Now, we heard from Mike Pettine, who said it's a non-story 4 times. He said this is not an issue. He said that he thinks any of us could have possibly been provoked to behave in that way had someone come after us the same way that this fan allegedly came after Johnny Manziel. But having said all that, he also did acknowledge that he pulled Manziel aside and he did have a private conversation with him. As for his teammates, I did talk to Joe Haden about this, and he said, look, there's a lot of negativity around Johnny Manziel. I've gone to dinner with Johnny Manziel. We're just trying to walk to the car, and people will be screaming at him. What happened at rehab? How are you doing? He said he needs better security around him. He needs better friends around him. But he also said Johnny doesn't have anything to apologize for, and he thinks this latest incident is just completely overblown.
Maybe it needs to get LeBron's security detail. The new offense there in Ohio is something that Johnny's having to adapt to as well as everybody else. How's that going?
Well, I'll be really honest with you. You know, I was here all of last year. I was here last week. We're not seeing any sort of appreciable difference in what Johnny Manziel can do, either in his footwork or the way that he's throwing the ball. In fact, today, on 3 consecutive 5-yard out routes, he missed. But now Mike Pettine says that mentally he's really pleased with where Johnny Manziel is. He says this offense is about 50% different than the one that was run a year ago. He thinks this team is picking it up well, and he said it's not fair just yet to write anybody off, that all the Browns are doing is a basic install right now. It's simple teaching, and so the verdict is still out on what we'll see from Johnny Manziel on the field.
All right, Aditi Kinkhabwala in Berea, Ohio, not just with Johnny Manziel, but with the Browns as well. Thank you, Aditi.